Have you ever noticed how many Chinese companies have actually taken over major projects in Ghana? I am talking about roads, I'm talking about buildings, I'm talking about factories. Now, these Chinese companies, they seem to be everywhere. Now, what you should know is that behind these projects are thousands of Ghanaians actually trying to survive, trying to build a life, working in these companies. Now, what exactly are the stories of these Ghanaians working in these Chinese companies? Hardly does anyone ever talk about them. And I want us to be, honest with ourselves. For many Ghanaians, getting a job in most of these Chinese companies, it actually feels more like a blessing to them at the initial stage. And this is because their take-home pay, it does come on time. There is this stability of a job, you know, that they get, and maybe there's this sense of pride in their mind. They're like, oh, at least I have something doing, we get it. But not too long, reality starts to chip in. They have long hours, they have low pays. What about the rules? The rules that actually make them feel more like a machine than a human being. Oftentimes, you're going to see that most of those Ghanaians that are working in these Chinese companies always talk about how communication is a big problem. There are orders that are going like this, and these orders are going with a lot of shouting. There's a lot of misunderstanding, and of course, where all of this is, know that respect is missing. And oftentimes, you start to realize, or they get to realize, that they are not really seen as a person, rather, they are seen as a tool to get the job done fast. Let's look at it. Most of these workers actually get up as early as 4 a.m. to return home around 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and they get to still struggle to pay their rent. Some are even asked to work on weekends, and when they work on weekends, they do not have extra pay. And this is because the project must continue. And if at all anyone gets to complain, they are told that hundreds of people are jobless outside, waiting to replace them, waiting to take the very job that they are finding fault with. But still, these Ghanaians get to show up every day. They show up every day not because they love the job, but because they have families to feed, they have kids to send to school, they have dreams that they just can't, afford to, give up on. It's a kind of, quiet strength that is often, unseen. You get what I'm saying? Now, behind all of this, there are actually moments of pride that these workers actually get to, experience. In cases like maybe when they finish a particular